In 3 days, it would officially be a month since BrickBaby has been locked up. And since he's been locked up, there's been nothing short of internet drama, beef, rumor swirling. BrickBaby name is involved more in internet like storylines and drama than it was when he was a free man. Although when you go to jail, people forget about you. It's the opposite when it comes to BrickBaby. Now we have some new drama to review. Now, this new drama and these new storylines is predicated on the old material that we reviewed in the last video. In the Fed's response to BrickBaby's bail package, they listed a couple of reasons why they believe BrickBaby shouldn't get bail. Nobody cared about those reasons, all right? When people read the paperwork, they really honed in and focused on one line and one line only. And that line that people was focusing on was on March 6, 2023, when defendant told his baby mama that the police were acting stupid, that he was tired of doing what they told him to. Chances are, if you are a civilian, if you wash your behind every day, that sentence means nothing to you, okay? But for the people who don't wash their behind every day, for the people who are really in these streets, trapping on the corner on a day-to-day basis, ain't changing jaws for 30 days, that means the world to you. Because when BrickBaby says, I'm tired of doing what the police want me to do, now, that statement is from a wiretap that's from like a 3 hour conversation. So who knows exactly what BrickBaby was saying? But when people who are in the streets hear it, they're saying, hold on, bruh. That's proof that he's working for the police. I don't see that, right? Like, we don't have enough context to really see that. But BrickBaby has been in a lot of drama and turmoil because of it, because people is wondering, is you working, show the paperwork, et cetera, et cetera. So BrickBaby actually dropped a video where BrickBaby would actually skirt around the issue and essentially say, listen, bruh, bro, the feds is playing a dirty game. They're playing mind games, bruh. Don't buy the hype. I'm sick and tired of what's going on. But they treat me like I'm a demon.
No good deed go unpunished. I've seen a man give his all to his wife and his kids before and still get treated like a woman. I've seen a young boy do it up for his hood and they still crash him like a dummy. Shit. Scottie Pippen ate Jordan at 6 rings and made less than Tony Kukoc. You know, what I'm saying is if it ain't blood, don't love nothing.
This call is from a federal prison.
You'll never be able to understand, or better yet, digest the mind games being played if you ignore that feeling in your stomach. Listen, they say it was too much cribbing on that marathon he was running. Yeah, they went against a soldier for a rodent that touched a young woman. That's when he knew that he didn't have nothing coming, man. Hey, man, listen, I just want to let y'all know, man, them streets is the federal 50-50 yard, man. You ain't got to have nothing. You ain't even got to have a button, man. They going to lock you down forever, man. You understand me? But no, listen, man. I'm terrified of the black genocide, man. Just look at all the names they got down right now, man. Pay attention, man. They won't free Diddy with $1 billion, man. They won't free nobody out this motherfucker. I was outside gambling every day, man. I ain't want nothing but fun for my life, man. You know what I'm saying? They make a nigga look like a demon off of entertainment, man. What happened to freedom of speech? What happened to your amendments, man? What happened to the first 10 amendments? I ain't gonna cry about it, though.
In more words than none, BrickBaby is saying, yo, the feds is playing mind games. They're out here after me. I ain't do nothing wrong. I wasn't out here living a life of crime. I was out here chilling. They just got it out for me, and they're playing mind games trying to ruin my reputation. And all the dudes you see running with the narrative that's in that particular complaint, those dudes ain't even do the same things that I did for the hood, right? Those dudes ain't even put in the same work I put in, which to me is kind of like counter. It's kind of argument because if you're saying I wasn't living a life of crime, then you also say these dudes ain't putting the same work I put in. Hey, well, I do believe, bro, BrickBaby was a father. He was an employed member of society. He was productive. He paid his taxes. Here's where things take a turn for the worse. BrickBaby and Louis Cannon are both in the same prison, or jail, I should say. Now, these two were arch nemesis on the outside world. When they got to jail, they became really close. They would even say that they are cellmates. However, Louis Cannon will call in from jail and he would announce that he apparently kicked BrickBaby out of their cell due to the allegations that the feds put on a complaint when they put that BrickBaby said in a wiretap that he's sick and tired of doing what the police told him to do. Apparently, that caused a huge uproar, according to Loose Cannon, because I wasn't there. And here's Loose Cannon explaining exactly what took place.
And people are questioning, what's going on with you and Brick right now because of the call, but obviously it was already scheduled. They don't know that we have like a plan of scheduling certain things. So whether you guys are on or off, that was already planned. So
Breaking news here on my cell. So
what?
shit. So we let everybody else figure that out.
What do you mean he's out of your cell, baby?
All over the internet, we heard in the statement.
Okay, so are y'all cool or you're not cool?
No, we good now because he clarified it. He said that he was talking about that he's in a custody battle, and then showed everybody his paperwork talking. He was in custody. I mean, going through a child's custody battle. So when he was like, "I'm tired of the police doing something or whatever," it was because of the police. I mean, I guess the police was telling him certain things going through a child custody.
Oh wow. So people were taking that as if he was telling, but really and truly he was just speaking from emotions of dealing with them for his custody battle with the children.
Yeah, so he
Ah.
clarified that, got the paperwork and everything, so everything is good.
Uh-huh. So you kicked him out the celly because you thought he was a rat, baby?
And
Oh my gosh.
clarified everything like that.
So is he coming back or what's happening with that now?
Yeah, no, we good. We good now.
Mm.
Even if they are cool at the moment, I'll be real, the optics is bad. If Loose Cannon was able to successfully kick BrickBaby out of a cell, the optics is bad, bro. We gotta hear from we gotta hear from Brick. But if Loose Cannon is saying he successfully kicked BrickBaby out of a cell until further notice, and Brick is coming back, the optics is bad, man. Because Brick and Loose, both of them aren't busters. Both these dudes get cracking. They are known to fight. Right? They want to fight. They don't fear nothing. So BrickBaby is a gangster, and I don't even want the optics, or I don't even want to start thinking Brick allowed another man to kick him out of a cell. I mean, that's absurd. Now, another portion of this, though, with the BrickBaby drama, was the relationship with BrickBaby and No Jumper and Adam 22. Now, Adam 22 addressed the narrative that he hasn't been picking up Big Baby call because BrickBaby tapped into the No Jumper show, the news, and he said something that alluded to him not being able to reach certain people. People thought he was talking about Adam. Adam clarified that Brick was not talking about him, and if he was, it's not true, and he never ignored BrickBaby's calls.
What's going on, brother?
Okay, so we were just talking about Brick had a clip where he basically called out somebody for not answering his phones while he's locked up. So he already knows me. He already knows that there's a very low chance I'm picking up my phone unless I know the number that it's coming from. Now, I will save the jail number. In addition to that, like the couple of times I have talked to him, his girl has basically told me like, yo, he's about to call. Then I pick up, But like, I've had the same number for forever. My number has been leaked a million times. My number gets doxxed on the regular, so I just have a habit. I don't pick up phones.
Who'll be doxing you?
Random ops, internet ops. But so if he was referring to me, I guess I could kind of understand. But he said someone not responding to his texts.
Yeah, so this is what I'm confused about. He said someone from No Jumper.
But this is the thing.
Who else could it be?
Okay, well, there are other people who
You,
work
Rainbow, or Adam.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
But this is the thing.
It's not talking about Donnie.
His girl, when I texted her to basically say, like, yo, why is he saying this? Is he referring to me? She said he wasn't referring to me, but then she also sent me a message that he had sent to her on Friday that he had asked her to send to me, but I never got it. She didn't send it.
From my understanding of things, this is how it went down. Adam never seen the text message, but eventually he's seen it. He's in communication with Brick. They're having discussions now, daily or weekly, but they're in communication, right? There's not a time that Brick can't reach Adam. So that's my understanding of things. And I didn't know there were anything else. However, a former No Jumper employee, Sharp, he's making some very serious accusations against No Jumper in relations to BrickBaby. Here's what Sharp had to say about how he believes No Jumper is currently treating BrickBaby.
Pretty much, if he is to get out, or, you know what I'm saying, even hits the streets, they don't want him on that podcast at all. They want him to resign from it, like, be done with it. The feds do not want him on No Jumper, no longer. I'm telling you facts. This isn't what I think. No, it's what I know. Know to hear. You know, when he was calling, Adam, he ain't answering, or whatever the case may be. He's calling people, and they not picking up. Now they're avoiding him. Why is that? Boy, why ain't you answering Bricc calls? You ain't doing nothing right. Y'all been making content about them for the last 2 weeks. Why is it that he ain't received a paycheck? And motherfuckers is making money off of what he been doing, and I'm hearing that, from reliable sources, his people, done reached out about it, and, they're not getting no feedback on it, no response. I mean, they did have a life before he went to jail, homie. Like I said, that's what happens at jobs. Like, he don't get his money. And missing out on some bands because he ain't there. Come on, brother. That ain't cool.
These are the uncomfortable conversations you have to have when running a business. Now, Adam hasn't spoken on this. I don't know if it's true. Adam has said that him and Bricc is in communication, so I don't know. Now, what I will say, though, from a business perspective, and I'm going to clarify shortly, but from a business perspective, most businesses don't continue to pay their employees if they are in jail. However, if you're doing business with friends and the business is predicated on we are friends, then looking out for a friend is probably the righteous thing to do. But if it's business, most business don't pay their employees while they're in jail. And if this is coming after No Jumper just announced that they're having money troubles and they're going broke, then it's kind of like, like what's the listen, Adam is in a tough position. Y'all let me know, bro. Like, if your company is going broke, if you announced it already for the world to know, do you still pay your employee if he's in jail?
You're supposed to make sure that he got it. His baby mama or nobody ain't received nothing. Like, just even the money that he's owed legitimately for what, the work that he's done. Because I know he got a salary. Why ain't that man received his bread? Like, what's going on? Give him his bread. He at a point right now where he could use that for his family. He still got, he got kids in school. He got all types of going on. How do you use his bread on him? It's the time where he probably need it the most. What I'm saying is very simple. I don't care what the case may be. He got kids. He got going on. He at least get in his last movement, his last hoorah before you say him. But I knew that shit was coming, homie. I knew that was coming. I seen it. I just shut up. I'm like, let it rock. Just be careful. Man, now look. Y'all made money off the man's name. I ain't gonna say y'all because that pinpoints too many people. But certain people have made money off of the likeliness of that whole situation for the last couple weeks and ain't put $1 towards it. Man, I know the real people, man. His loved ones. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the people that's impacting. Not just him and making content. To know that girl that reached out, just on like some, hey, like, what's going on? And she ain't getting no feedback. Like, that tells me a lot. I'm only speaking on it because I would want to speak on it for me. I'm a solid homie. And when I hear certain like that and it's not being spoke on and like it's just playing just for content, like all y'all be playing them games and you suckers that be sitting there talking drag about it. Like, you wouldn't even want to happen to you. So shut up. Like, all the trolls need to stop on people and all that extra shit y'all be doing to people thinking, oh, it's funny because it's in jail. Man, that's for real what's going on.
This is just one person's opinion. No Jumper has refuted this. They're saying it's not true. So this is a highly hypothetical. If this is true, if the issue is about the last paycheck before jail, now that part, bro, he deserves, bro, give that man his last check. In terms of paying an employee while they're in jail, that's a tough conversation, man. And it's all it all depends on, is that the homie or is that an employee? And for how long? Meaning, is the paycheck still being paid while he's fighting his case? Let's say the case goes on for, let's say, like 2 years. Right? The case goes on for 2 years. And then, he takes a plea, or let's say he gets out. Or let's say he takes a plea. He takes a plea for another 2 years. So he's in jail for 4 years. Do you pay the employee for 4 straight years without them being able to work? Or do you cut your ties? Let me know. Okay? Let me know in the comment section, what will y'all do, okay? and let me know what's your thoughts on everything we discussed in this video, okay? Now, if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen, somewhere here, man, to find out why Black Twitter wants to cancel Wallow for saying this in a leaked video. I'm gonna see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. Out of here, folks. Peace.